If you're like most people today, you have so many demands on your time, and you're running in different directions, and you have no time to really plan, particularly your future, your financial future. What if you had partners and confidants and experts to help you with wealth creation today and keeping it for tomorrow? Well, please welcome our next guests, Pam Lavers and Kelly Taylor from the Tower Group. So nice to have you here.
Hi, Judy.
You have a very different philosophy on how you help your clients. Could you explain that to us, Kelly?
We believe that, life is so short, right? You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, and you got to make the most of today, right? So live the best lifestyle possible, but you also have to have sustainable savings for the future. So most people need help striking that right balance. Typically now, the deferred lifestyle, where you're waiting until retirement to live, it doesn't exist anymore. People want to help achieve a proper balance between living today's lifestyle and sustainably saving for tomorrow's.
You know what, you bring up something very interesting because there are a lot of myths around financial today. First of all, the retirement is becoming a myth, right? People are working longer. Are you experiencing that with your clients?
People are working longer, but they're also enjoying what they do. So I think, it's not that people don't want to wait for today, but I think the fact that they do want everything today as well. They want to have a lifestyle. They want to be able to do the things that they want to do. Plus, as well, they want to actually have a future and do things in retirement, but retirement isn't the big goal that they wait for until they turn 65.
So Kelly, how do you think you most help your clients?
Well, I think it's really about choice, right? Is having them maintain control, but just being able to choose. For example, achieving financial independence or making work optional, that comes with time and proper planning preparation.
And you have a very complex and distinctive process for our Canadian friends. Tell us about that, because that's really where the communication starts.
The process really is kind of an evolution. So we are meeting clients more frequently than other advisors might, and we really kind of have a deep impact in their financial future as well as their whole family.
Also, there's a lot of confusion. How do you help people get clear on the direction they should be taking?
There's so much uncertainty in today's world that a lot of people are facing confusion and a lack of confidence. And we kind of distill the essential knowledge that they need to know from a financial basis as well as other aspects of their life.
It isn't just the financial aspect of it, it's the whole bigger picture. And you actually specialize in working with their teams, is that right? Like the lawyers and accountants and all the people who help clients. So, but then you take an overview of that.
Yeah, we try to put everything together because I find that everyone really operates in a silo. So they go and they see their accountant, and the accountant says, I prepared taxes based on what they provided. Then they go to see their lawyer, and they have their lawyer do up the minute book every year, and they have the minutes done up. But no one's actually talking, so they don't actually put together the ideas, but they also don't consider their actual budget or what they're doing. So everyone just lives and takes money out of their company as they live to have the life that they want to have, but they're not necessarily conscious of what they're actually doing or the taxes that they pay that might actually give them the holiday that they've always dreamt of.
So I think that's really what puts you in the place of trusted advisor, because you know what everyone is doing, and so there's one source there that really helps keep it all together for everyone, and that's certainly a benefit for your clients.
Correct.
And then also, I heard a statistic that something like 86% of the population doesn't have a financial plan or any way of creating their wealth and building their wealth and preserving their wealth. Is that a true statistic?
It's not a crazy number.
And why do you think that is?
I think people honestly just believe financial planning is I can invest my money, or I can put away my money at the bank, or I can have my group plan and that's good enough at work. I think people don't take into effect of what they really want to have. And I think, what's the future look like?
Do you think that this is something that people just procrastinate because they just don't want to get involved, or they think it's too soon, or they don't want to do the paperwork, if you will, because you have them bring a lot of information to you, right? What does that look? What does that entail?
Well, we basically ask them to fill out a big questionnaire. So it's a big booklet of information that we need from them. So not only their goals, some of their risks, some of the things that is a danger to them, something that they worry about every night. But we also ask them to bring their entire financial picture. So all of their taxes, all of their mortgage, their banking, their investment statements, everything they have.
Because if people are really thinking seriously right now, I don't want to be one of that 86%. I want to get my financial plan. And by the way, another myth, they should start when?
Well, it's never too early, Judy. But I think a lot of people haven't been asked the right questions. That's really what it comes down to, is what does true wealth mean to you, and how do you achieve that? And have you really mapped your net worth, and do you understand the different types of assets that they have? So asset correlation is a big thing that comes up in conversation.
Do you have a niche clientele, and what is it?
Who we specialize in working with is people that have a distinct shortage of time. They are specialists in their field and experts, and what they need is a trusted person to distill the essential knowledge that they have, as well as an integrated, comprehensive plan.
So you really are the advisors, the confidant, and the partners, because just as people go to the doctor to help them with their health, if they need legal advice, they see an attorney. When they need financial advice, they come to you. But it's not just advice, it's a whole lifestyle kind of plan. I want to read a couple of testimonials that I thought really said it all. They are like my personal CFO. I can't imagine not having their help. We are on board with their philosophy for the long term. Oh, and now here's another one that just speaks volumes. They're often contrarian philosophy and the values that have helped them become one of the most successful financial planning firms in their area during these exceptional times of confusion and change. Now that really says it all. Their own personal, besides confidant and partner, CFO. And I don't think I've ever heard that before. So when you talk about this long term, I think that's in the communication aspect of it, that people really do need to be open with their communication and share with you as much as possible for you to do the best job for them. Is that how the partnership works?
Yeah, I think we get to know everything that they want to have, everything that they've hoped and they've dreamed for, but also the things that scare them, that keep them up at night, that we can protect them from, that they don't actually have to worry about any of that. They can actually just live their life, depend on us to make sure that we're looking after them, and to just move ahead with everything that they're doing to make money, and we'll protect the money. We'll make sure the money grows so that they're basically working for themselves and letting the money work for them.
Well, and to add to that, I think people are telling us they haven't seen someone so real giving them such a casual conversation as it relates to money, but more importantly, the rest of life. And the link between the two is what really matters.
Part of your whole process is helping educate the client. What happens if they don't do a financial plan?
It's scary, Judy.
It's too late, right?
It is, and they think they might have a couple extra years to work, but it just doesn't work that way.
When would you say that people should start their financial plan?
Well, it's never too early, Judy. And I think the awareness that comes from just looking at the long term and having someone outside of your situation help
Experts.
you, right, help you look at what you can do today to plan for the long term is critical.
I want to use another word here before we wrap up. Realistic. Seems to me like your approach is very realistic in helping clients.
Sure, and another word is just, authentic, right? Mm-hmm. It's sometimes, a conversation around a kitchen table with multiple generations of a family that has made the biggest impact to them over the year.
And I think direct, to add something to that, I think people have to be willing to actually take that direct advice and do something with it.
Well, that's why it's a partnership. It has to work both ways, right?
True.
Yes.
So if you're one of the 86% that's procrastinating and you haven't looked into your financial future today and tomorrow, give the Tower Group a call, because it sounds like they know what they're doing. Pam, thanks for being with us. Kelly, thanks for being with us.
Thanks, Judy.